The alien prince chose a human bride, and the court went mad. In tonight's story, an empire that spans the stars is shaken to its core when its royal heir makes a shocking choice, not a noble of his kind, not an empress from another world, but a simple human girl. The alien court erupts in outrage, scandal, and disbelief. But what happens next proves once again why humanity is far more than anyone expected. The throne room of the Sarati Empire shimmered like a cathedral of stars. Towering pillars of crystal stretched upward, their edges glowing with veins of living light. Nobles in flowing robes sat in crescent tiers, their jeweled eyes glinting with expectation. At the center, on a dais of luminous stone, stood Prince Ariven. Tall, elegant, his skin faintly silver under the hall's glow, he looked every inch the heir to a galactic dynasty. And beside him, stood me. A human. The court had been murmuring ever since I entered. Some laughed. Others whispered in disbelief. But when Ariven raised his hand, silence fell. My people, he said, his voice carrying like thunder through the hall, I, Ariven of House Sereth, have chosen my bride. He turned to me, took my hand gently, and held it aloft. She is human. For a heartbeat, silence reigned. Then chaos. Gasps echoed like breaking glass. Nobles leapt to their feet, voices colliding in a storm of fury. A human? This is mockery, shouted one elder. She cannot bear heirs of royal blood, cried another. This breaks every law of tradition. The noise rose until the throne itself seemed to tremble. From the dais, Ariven's father, Emperor Caliph, slammed his staff against the floor. Order, he roared. Let the prince speak. But the storm did not settle. The nobles were enraged beyond control. Some demanded my exile, others called for my execution, me, a mere envoy sent from Earth, who had never imagined I'd be standing here as the center of a galactic scandal. I wanted to disappear into the floor. Yet Ariven's hand never left mine. His grip was steady, protective, unyielding. When the hall finally quieted, Ariven's voice cut through the air like a blade. You speak of bloodlines and tradition. But what is tradition if it chains us to ignorance? What is nobility if it blinds us to worth? He looked directly at me. She is human. She is fragile. She is mortal. But in her I have found loyalty, courage, and love, things your titles and bloodlines cannot guarantee. A noble scoffed. Love? Love is weakness. Ariven's eyes blazed. No. Love is strength. Do you not see? Humans endure because of it. They suffer, they break, and yet they rise again, because they love, and because they will sacrifice everything for those they love. That is a power greater than any crown. The court shifted uneasily. Some muttered agreement, others sneered. I hadn't planned to speak. My heart pounded in my chest, and my voice felt caught in my throat. But when I saw the fury in the nobles' eyes, when I realized they would not only destroy me, but Ariven too, I forced myself forward. I know what you see when you look at me, I said. My voice was small at first, but grew louder. You see weakness. You see a species that crawled from dirt, still new to the stars. You see fragility. And you're right. The court leaned in. But fragility is not failure. Fragility is what makes us strong. We live every day knowing our lives are short, knowing we could be broken. And still, we fight. Still, we dream. Still, we love. That is what it means to be human. I turned to Ariven. His eyes glimmered with pride. And maybe, I said softly, that's why he chose me. The nobles erupted again, but the emperor's staff slammed down once more. His gaze was unreadable, ancient, and heavy with judgment. Enough, he said. The hall froze. He rose slowly, robes of living crystal flowing behind him. My son has made his choice. You, my nobles, cry of bloodlines. You cry of heirs. But do not forget, the Sarati Empire was not built on blood alone. It was built on conquest, on alliances, on survival. He studied me for a long, tense moment. This human may be fragile. She may be unworthy by your measure. But she is chosen by the prince. And if she possesses even a fraction of the strength he claims, then perhaps she is worthy after all. Gasps rippled again, but no one dared argue. Ariven bowed to his father, then turned to me, smiling. You see, he whispered. Madness, perhaps. But ours to share. And so the alien court was left divided, half scandalized, half uncertain, but unable to overturn the prince's will. Against a galaxy of tradition and pride, one human stood hand in hand with an alien heir, and together they defied the stars. Perhaps the court was right to call it madness. But sometimes, madness is exactly what love requires.